Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dan wassalatu wassalamu ala ba'du wassalatu wassalam ala Rasulillah Muhammad bin Abdillah Mab'ad. How are you guys? Hopefully in good condition and then in happy situation. So today we're going to continue the learning, and then for the next lab is about redistribution EIGRP. EIGRP redistribution to RIP of course, and then redistribution for OSPF. So the first is redistribution RIP is the router 1 redistribute router, and then this RIP router, and the 2 is the router EIGRP in the left side. And then the right side, we go to the right side, there is one router OSPF, and then under the router OSPF is router redistribute, and coming up the next is 2 router EIGRP for the gonna do SPF route. So let's go to the configuration. For the configuration mode is to this one for redistribute RIP. Of course, here we make IP address first, and then still using root EIGRP, and then in the router RIP we make the IP address and then routing RIP go to the redistribute. Same like the EIGRP. And then in the router redistribute we will calculation and then make the interface loopback 1 for router RIP. For the routing RIP is network 100, yeah, for 100 100 and then network 1111. And then for the router, we go back to router EIGRP 10 is for redistribute RIP. Before that, in the router redistribute, we should to make enter routing EIGRP in the router 1 and in the router 2 and then in the router 3, and then we enter router RIP in the network. And in this configuration we will show IP route EIGRP because there's no network, so there is like maybe criteria for the redistribute routing protocol. This for RIP metric, so we can the first is write redistribute RIP metric, and then we will add start from 1 until this number is for bandwidth metric in kilobytes per second, and for the next is EIGRP delay metric like this one is calculate for EIGRP metric. The first is bandwidth reliability in second, and then the third is delay, fourth is fluid, and then last is 5 TU. So we will choose 10,000 for the bandwidth. 10 megabyte, and then after that for EIGRP delay metric in 10 microsecond units is 100, and then for the next is for EIGRP reliability metric is, yeah, the maximal level is 255, and then for the next is effective bandwidth metric, and the last is MTU is the what wait, for effective bandwidth metric start from 1 until 255 is, yeah, we choose 1, and then for the MTU is 1500, and after that so we add, it will be already in routing table. And for the check routing table is on the router tree. And then after we check it, it will launch the IP route like that. D is dynamic for EIGRP and EX and it means external for external EIGRP. And then we up to the next redistribution. But before that, we should to learning about default metric EIGRP. We choose for the bandwidth and then delay in key 1 and key 3. For the sample case, it's like that. And then EIGRP redistribution OSPF. We can make if we use one topology, we should to remove router RIP. But here, because we use different topology, so we should to be make start from first like uh, this topology, and then here for the SPF is entered to IP loopback 100, and then loopback 0 is 111, and after that we will make redistribute SPF in the router SPF 110 10, and then we add the network in the area 0. There is no other area, just backbone, and then redistribute SPF with same calculation metric. So we will make the IP address first, the router SPF, and then make the router SPF 10, and then enter to the distribute. Same like EIGRP, make the routing first. Make sure the IP in the router EIGRP 3 and then router EIGRP 2 already connected, already complete the routing agency, and then go to the router redistribute. We will enter all of the network to gateway, go to the router EIGRP 2 and then router SPF. So after agency, we back to router SPF and then add the configuration like I say previously. So after that, we can show IP route EIGRP. Before that, I will show you the configuration on the router OSPF. We will do secure run, and it's the routing table. You can see dynamic external SAM like previously you used redistribution RIP. And so the uh, stance of the metric calculation, and then in the router EIGRP we just make the route to this one already connected all for the dynamic, and then dynamic is the router redistribute connected to the router or EIGRP. And then we will maybe go back to the router RIP first. Wait, we will show run for make sure if the interface loop back in the router 2 in EIGRP router, and then it's the interface Ethernet. So this the name, and then it's the default same like basic configuration. For the router EIGRP, we should make it this one, and then we enter the redistribute in the router redistribute, not in our router, and we can do show IP redistribute. Wait, there is more. This the configuration, and then if the router tree of EIGRP root, and then You can see Sam already entered the redistribute from OSPF, and then you can just to show IP here. Is the facial styling. You can see this via 12.12.1 and then FEM for the loopback 100 the network. Okay, we already completed make this configuration, so you can practice guys right now. And then don't forget, if you struggle, you can drop your comment. Thank you very much. I'm sorry if I have mistake. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.